So the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find my rope, okay? So this rope is kind of thrown everywhere, right? So I don't want no tangles in my rope. And I'm just gonna build a 3-in-1, but I'm gonna give myself the ability to convert it to a 5-to-1, okay? There's a bunch of ways to do it. This is just one way. So first thing I wanna do is I wanna put a good stopper knot in this rope in the event that it runs through my hands, it doesn't run through the system. At least the knot is gonna stop it, okay? So I'm gonna put a figure 8 on a bite. And then I'm just gonna pile it over here. I'm gonna call it a bird's nest, a rat's nest, whatever you want. But don't make it look pretty, okay? You want the dirt, the uglier it is, the better it's gonna flake out, okay? So I don't even look at it, I'm just throwing it down. And then when I build my system, I always build my system small because I can always stretch it out. So here, I'm gonna put in another figure 8 on a bite. I don't do safety knots on it. As long as I got 3 inches of tail, I'm good to go, okay? So there it is, there's a figure 8 on a bite. Now, do you guys remember what the 3-to-1 is? What's the other name for a 3-to-1? It's a letter, Z-rig, remember? So I'm making a Z right there, and I'm just gonna lay it down right here. So I know my knot needs to go to my odd person, right? It's gonna give me an odd system. So if my knot is at my odd person, it's an odd system. If my knot is at my anchor, I'm pulling evenly on my anchor, so it's gonna be an even system. So that means it's gonna be 2, 4, 6, so on and so forth, okay? So I want an odd, I want a 3-to-1. So that's gonna go to my odd person. I make a Z. Everywhere these loops are, a pulley's gonna go in there.
Oh.
So when I put these pulleys in here, I want to pay attention to how they come in. So this one came in on the bottom of that pulley, it's coming out the top of that pulley. So now on this one, I'm going to work my way from the inside out. I'm going to go in the top and out the bottom. That way we take care of all of our twists. Okay? And again, I'm going to put this change in direction here because this I-beam's here, so I don't want to pull into the I-beam. I don't want to trip over any of that stuff, so I'm going to pull it back that way. So I'm going to throw in this change of direction. And so because this one came in the bottom, or it came in the top and out the bottom, I'm going to load this one from the bottom and out the top. You gotta get used to your guys' pulleys here. All right, so that's a 3-to-1, and that means I get to pull it that way. Okay, so my 3-to-1 set, it's ready to go. Now I just need to do my anchor. So you guys have this strap here. I don't really need it. This is pretty smooth, but I'm gonna use it anyways. So I'm just gonna throw it into this old fire hose. Get it kind of set in the direction that I want to pull. We can throw this rigging plate in if you guys want to. Nothing else is going to go in there, so I'm going to close it down. I'm going to set one in here for my press it because I know I need a progress capture. I'm going to set one in here for my pulley. I'm going to load that pulley, lock it down because nothing else is going to go in here. Now my progress capture, this is gonna keep him from falling, right? So the one that is on my odd person, that's where the green thing goes. Okay, that's where the progress capture goes. So again, I turn my knot sideways. I do 3 wraps. 1, 2, 3. I get it dressed up. Okay, I test it out. It grabs, but I can still move it. Okay, the knot's not in the way. I can load that into my carabiner. And doing it this way gives me options. So if I need to take out these pulleys for whatever reason, if my progress capture was in the same carabiner, I won't be able to undo that carabiner because it's holding my progress capture. But if I load it like this will always capture it and hold that progress right there. And now I can go over here and I can unlock this one and do whatever I gotta do with this one. But I can never unlock this one or open it if it's under load, if it's holding somebody. Got it? Okay. So that's why I load it this way. So now I gotta get this pulley attached to this rope that's on here because that's where all the magic happens. So I can take this one. Again, this is my knot because this is a prefab. That one is a homemade. This one's a prefab. So this is the knot. We're gonna turn it to the side. Do the same thing. 1, 2, 3. Get it all dressed up. Get it tightened down, and it grabs, and it still moves. 1, 2. Okay. So now I just need to load this bad boy in here. And lock her down. Okay. The last thing I would need is a carabiner for my patient. And I don't have to lock this one down because I need to be able to clip into them. So that one can stay there. So I got 1, 2, 3 carabiners because I could take this and throw it in there. So that's the least amount of carabiners I need is 3. Unless I save one and I do like a figure 8 follow through or something like that. A scaffold knot, poacher's knot, whatever you want to call it over there. A bowline. So now what I can do now is I can stretch this out. So we'll say, if you don't mind this pressic and let me pull it out. So now I can stretch this all the way to my patient. If this was my edge and I don't want my system to go over the edge, I can keep that back, and now I can keep sending this down to my patient. Right? So now my patient's hooked up. If you want to hold on to that right there, you can be the patient. So now I got a system, and I did my safety check as I was going, but we'll do another safety check. Safety, and everything else is good. Right? So now I'm pulling this way, and I just make sure everybody's good. You ready? He said yes. So I can now haul up. And see, that pressic minding pulley is opening that pressic and allowing the rope to run through. If for whatever reason I let go, don't fall, okay? If I let go, that pressic grabs, okay? Got it? All right, we're good.